Broadcast is a special sports presentation brought by WPEX-FM 90.9.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
And hello, everybody. Welcome back to Linhart Field in Lunenburg, Virginia. I'm John Hart, along with Robbie Hart. Tim's on top of the white elephant, and of course, there is Jenny that's doing all taking in all the money and making the DVDs for us and everything. And welcome to the broadcast. And Robbie, it looks like we're at our second and actually our final game today, because everything was kind of pushed back one day because of last night's rain delay.
Technically, it's the third game of day one, I think.
Yep, if you want to get technical about it. But anyway, pretty hot outside, and a little bit of humidity out there, actually quite a bit. And even that the air conditioning in here is going full blast, we can feel it. I feel sorry for the guys, other stations that are out there that's got to sit in all this hot weather.
I feel sorry for my computer. I think it's crashing because of the heat sometimes.
But anyway, the contest is going to be against Lunenburg, going against Dinnwiddie American. And we all know about that big important game last year when Blackstone actually came and won by 1 run, and Matthew Hart actually scored. He actually batted in an RBI that last run right at the end of the game and won it. But boy, oh boy, it looked like they got those same guys that are coming back.
You know, the rumor mill says that Dinnwiddie American is supposed to have a good team this year too. So Lunenburg has their work cut out for them.
When we get to the Dinnwiddie American lineup, of course, we will kind of elaborate on that, and you recognize if you know the games last year, know the players last year, you're going to see a lot of familiar names coming up on this roster. Well, Lunenburg, don't know a whole lot about Lunenburg actually, except we know that the starting pitcher is going to be Josh Paintner, and what I understand, he's a travel ball player, and he is, I think, one of Lunenburg's best pitchers.
Yeah, probably there. I mean, and, you kind of have to. Again, if you believe the rumors about this Dinnwiddie American team, you've got to throw your best at them, starting from the beginning.
Yeah, we're getting ready to start things here. Things started at 4 o'clock and finished up that last game. And that was ended up the tie ball game all the way to the 6th, and then a 2-run home runner, and ended up Charlotte won that one. Here comes the first pitch. Nice pitch though, just barely missed the inside corner in there for ball 1. Well, this will be Kobe Brucos. Remember him? Yep. Here comes now the next pitch in there low for ball 2.
And Brucos playing second base today. And first 2 balls there.
Now, one thing I will say about Dinnwiddie American, they are a very, very confident and a very, very well-coached team. This will be foul back.
Foul
and there's
back
strike
to the
1.
Cars.
And one of the things that also that got to realize that one thing you've got to realize that all the seniority on this team. Anyway, that one's going to be low. That's going to be in there for ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Be ready.
So anyway, here comes Pantner now, pitches, and he's going to walk his first runner, and Dinnwiddie American has got 1 on board for ball number 1. I mean, not ball number 1, the first runner. Golly, I'm all mixed up. Okay, next batter with no outs, and that is going to be Luke Crosley. He's going to be pitching when they go to the defense. That thing was a little bit high and outside, ball number 1. Thanks for tuning in to www.wpexonline.com. Listening to the stream. Here comes now the pitch, and this one's going to be low. Gets away from the catch a little bit, and Brucos will hit on down to second base, and he will be safe. So with that,
So did Brucos hit that time or walk?
Brucos ended up walking, and now he's on first base. Second base, rather. Here comes the pitch, and that one is going to hit that corner, and there for strike number 1, 2 balls, and 1 strike.
So I got distracted. I was back in the back taking care of some financial stuff.
Painter now looks, winds up, and there's a release, and this was a hard hit ball, but he kind of chopped it, and it kind of came
way
in front
behind
of
it. Yeah, way behind it.
Yeah, way behind it, and came in front of Lunenburg bench, almost hit the coach. At any rate, that brings the count 2-2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes now. Payton winds up and pitches. Low. That's going to be in there for ball 3. And already,
Payton's having trouble control problems. Yeah.
And already he's in danger of walking his second runner. Now put runners on first and second if he doesn't come through here. No, he hits the ball. This will go to the second base. He goes to second, gets the man out. Okay, what a nice defensive play.
Good check.
Yeah, by the shortstop. And that would be Watson, which plays shortstop and made that fantastic play. All in one, he checked the runner at second and threw the guy out at first with a nice throw, and that brings up the first out. Okay. Painter winds up, looks, and another hard hit ball. And this one will get by him this time. And the runner, they're going to hold him up at third base, and that puts runners on first and third.
And already we're seeing the Dinnwiddie American, when they're able to, when the ball's thrown in there, they're hitting these nice little base hits.
Well, Zach Donovan will be coming up next with, I guess, Sheeter. I guess, how do you pronounce it, Brian?
I have Sheeter. I hope I got that right. I'm sorry if we got it wrong.
If we did. Anyway, but Donovan is now going to be up. He plays third base, and let's see how he does. Runners on first and third right now. It's still nothing here at the top of the first. Here come now the wind up, and this one's going to be a hard hit ball. It's out. It may be gone. It is out of here. Home run. And 2 people. That's a 3-0 now. Dinnwiddie American lead. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to put a star by his name. Nice home run.
That was a nice home run.
Yep. And he is 1, 2, 3. And he's a number 4 hitter. He's a cleanup, and that's exactly what he did.
Not how you want to start if you're Lunenburg, that's for sure.
A nice shot into center field, and that was a pretty home run. So already it's 3-0 on that quick Donovan home run. Here comes down the pitch. This one's going to be fouled back in there for strike number 1.
Cars are in danger.
Almost got John's car.
Oh no, not my windshield. That thing costs money.
Maybe you shouldn't park it there.
Yeah.
They missed it by about 5 feet.
Here comes now Paytner with a pitch, and another hard hit ball. This might be able to be fielded. No, he dove at the thing, and then it got past him. Here comes the runner. Will go around second. He's going to be in there at third base. Did he get him? No, he doesn't. He is safe at third base. But it was close.
That was a good hit ball. And you got to get the center field A for effort, but when you know you don't have a chance, you may not have a chance at it, or you got to dive for it, you probably shouldn't be diving.
That ball
so Sheeter hit that ball, and that will bring up Witt now.
Right fielder for the Dinnwiddie American.
Got 1 out, and looks like Dinnwiddie American is threatening to score again with a runner on third base. Here comes the pitch from Pintner. Hard hit ball. It could go. Going, and it's gone. And that's the second home run. That's bringing it up 5-2. And I think I'm going to put a star by his name, too. Wow.
Well, we heard the rumors. This was supposed to be a very good Dinnwiddie American team this year.
Well, we know all about.
They're proving it, yeah.
Yeah, we know all about Bryce Witt. Hey, he is he was great last year. Hey, he really was. And I think he hit a few home runs out of the park last year.
Brandon Ivy's going to be coming up to bat now. And I don't know, I might have to take a timeout and talk to my pitcher after that one.
Well, you know, what the problem is that this is in the middle of their whole lineup.
Yeah, this is that was a number 6 batter there.
He's leaving that fastball where they can see it right up there in the letters.
Really?
Anytime when you put it that way, that could be trouble. If you're a good hitter, you can hit that ball. And that one's going to be in there for strike number 1. No ball and 1 strike.
Timeout.
Wow. One of the things that's been interesting, though, we have seen Well, you know, we know Dinnwiddie always uses, you know, always usually Charlotte and Dinnwiddie. Usually Dinnwiddie feels a pretty good team. That one's going to be in there for strike number 2. Whether it be their national team or their American team. Last year with their national team has done really, really well. Payton for Lunenburg winds up now. Here comes out of the pitch. And that one's going to be outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still pretty hot out here at Linhart Field in Lunenburg. Payton winds up. Here comes out a pitch. Boy, a hard swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 3, and that brings up out number 2.
That's the first strikeout there for Payton.
Payton looks down. Nobody on board. 5-0. That was right down the middle for strike number 1. That was a nice pitch.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch.
And this is who's up now?
I have Cody Jewett.
All right, Jarrett. That one's coming down in there for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, so far, right in this series, innings not even up yet, and we see 2 home runs with men on board. 5-0 in favor of Dinnwiddie.
Lost it all the way.
Favor of Dinnwiddie American. That one went down in the dirt. It's in there for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Come on, Cody.
Cody Jarrett would like to add on to this lead. Payton winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be a little bit high. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Payton's a little bit shook up. I wouldn't blame him after those hits. Here comes down the pitch. Well, he didn't look shook up that time. That count will come to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it looks like Dinnwiddie National may be the team to beat here. That was going to be in there for strike 3 and retire to something. Anyway, as we go now only to the bottom of the first, it's 5-0 in favor of Dinnwiddie. We'll be right back right after these.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Here at Linhart Field with the broadcasting crew and the cast of characters. I'm John Hart along with Robbie Hart, Tim's on top, and then
with broken computers and everything.
Yep, and then of course Jenny Bug. We're going to call you Jenny Bug. Jenny Hart. No, little. Hey, that got her going, didn't it? No, my daughter Jenny. Her nickname is the Bug. Anyway, so she's in there doing the DVDs for us and everything. Drop on by the White Elephant and pick up a DVD, $20, and we put 25%, back to the league. Isn't that nice of us?
I'm a nice person. What can I say?
Well, let's see what's going to happen. Luke Crosley is going to be starting as pitching, but we know Brucos can also pitch. He pitched last year.
Yep.
And and actually, they got about a host of a lot of other pitchers that can do well.
That's not good news for Crew tomorrow.
That ought to be a good game. Here comes down the next pitch. That one's going to be in the dirt. in there for ball one.
That's about 5 feet short.
That's way short, yeah.
That's how his warm-ups were going, though, also.
Okay.
Here comes now the windup. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a high fly ball. It could drop in for a base hit. It does. The right fielder will field it, brings it to his cutoff man.
We said this before. You may be down 5 runs. But you know what? You may be down 5 runs. But still got to hit the ball. You can cut that lead in half if you work at it.
All right. Well, I'd like to see a closer game anyway. That's just me personally. Here comes now the pitch. From Crosley, the runner will hit on down. They're going to try to get him. He slides in a cloud of dust, and he will be safe. A lot going on here.
Yep.
Linhart Field, 5-0 lead. That one's going to be low ball number one. That one almost fell short against the plate. Crosley had a little trouble, but Costly? Yeah, like
your water bill.
Costly mistake. Oh, that one made it. Josh Payner has made him dance a little bit on that one. Josh is good. He's had 6 home runs this year in the regular season.
And Watson there would just kind of march right down to third base and puts him in scoring position.
Here comes down the pitch, and that one's going to be ball 4. The good news for Dinnwiddie Americans, well, they got 5-0 lead with 2 home runs right in the start of the game off with a couple of runners on.
Against what we think is probably Lunenburg's best pitcher, too. They're having a tall one up there to mound.
So if you're just tuning in, it's 5-0 here at the bottom of the first in favor of Dinnwiddie American. Payner's on first base. We got Watson. He's on third in scoring position. They have no outs. Here comes down the pitch. That one drops way short. And Payner heads on down to second base. Runners on second and third.
Yeah, Watson on third and Payner on second with Malik Foster at the bat. Second baseman for the Lunenburg team.
And that one's going to be inside for ball 2. And boy, Costly is making too many costly pitches.
Well, yeah, he hasn't thrown a strike yet.
Costly steps back now, steps forward and winds up. And I don't really, Tim, you're a pitching coach. I don't like his form too much.
No, he's stepping way too far back.
Well, they probably didn't want to start their, especially if the hitting that they have. Good gracious. Yeah. They probably didn't want to start their number 1 pitcher quite yet, and I don't blame them. And that one's going to be low for ball number 3, ball 4. Base on balls, and bases are loaded with no outs.
And it's perfect time for Lunenburg here.
Ethan Hoover comes to bat, the first baseman and cleanup batter for Lunenburg All-Stars.
Well, we'll see what happens and what Ethan can do. Trouble is, if you're Dinnwiddie, you don't want to turn this into a walkathon. That one's way inside. That's ball 1. And then here comes the old time, and here you might see a pitching change here. We will see. And if you would zoom in on the mound there. Yeah, here he comes. Look at Tim doing such a good job.
Looks like second baseman's going to go out to center, and then the pitcher that just came out.
Well, no surprise. Well, we'll see. Is that number 2?
Number 2.
Which is Will Driscoll, center field. Anyway, so as they trade places, we're going to do a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and we'll be right back on the Southside Sports Radio Network.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Back here at Linhart Field right now, it's 5-0 in favor of Dinnwiddie American, and now they bring in a new pitcher, and that pitcher is going to be number 2, which is Will Driscoll.
Will Driscoll, yep. Will Driscoll. Yeah, poor the other previous pitcher. Now I can bring up stats again, thankfully. I was wondering what's happened to this thing.
We don't have any stats? Are you talking about,
we had it for about
the
30.
great Robbie computer and the stats? There we go. Oh, that looks nice.
Too many stats. Actually, I went in the wrong window. Anyways, Costley unfortunately had 3 walks. Pitched only 10. What was it, Payner or Costley? I had 10 pitches, so he didn't pitch that many pitches. 1 hit against him, and where's the BBs at here? 2 walks. And I don't have how many extra balls he's thrown yet.
Well, Robbie is quite clear what Dinnwiddie Americans, because like I said, we know that, like I said, that probably your best pitcher is Brucos. And I think both Alex and Cody can both pitch. All right, here comes now the pitcher. We resume play. That one's going to be low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 and no strikes. Bases are loaded for Lunenburg. It's 5-0. Lunenburg is threatening to score. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be a little bit low again. Ball 3. And this is very, very good possibility this could walk in a run. Driscoll's got to throw a strike here. Sooner or later, they're just waiting on it. And they finally throw a strike.
Long time coming, right?
Yeah. First one in about 10 pitches. All right. Wind up for Driscoll. Here he comes now, the pitch. And that one's going to be ball 4. And now it is 5-1. And boy, all of a sudden, that cuts the lead to only 4 runs.
Especially no outs on the board.
Exactly, I was going to say, still no outs.
13, we need one right here.
And who is up?
I have Nate Nolan.
Let's see what Nolan can do. Moore will be on deck. Driscoll winds up and pitches.
And
that one's going to be in there for ball 1.
And Driscoll's having control problems here, too.
Yeah, but Driscoll at least is a lot closer than Crossley was.
He may be just still warming up, too.
It's so hard coming in.
Yeah,
you got bases loaded. You already got a count.
Oh, that's a terrible time, too.
Terrible thing to do to a pitcher, yeah.
Driscoll gets on the mound almost like he's going to wind up. Then they called him off. And they're working on the catcher's equipment a little bit. Now they come up. So Driscoll puts one right arm behind his back. Now steps up in the stretch position. Now pitches. And that one's going to be inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
So Driscoll has only thrown 1 strike out of 7 pitches.
Hot day here at Lunenburg. Here comes the next pitch, and he just kind of
gave him that one.
What happened there? I mean, he gave
that one to him.
That was kind of a non. I don't know if he had a decision in his mind that he was actually going to really swing at the ball.
Yeah, well, give Driscoll a strike though.
All right, swing and a miss. That's in there for strike number 2. 2-2 now is the count.
That was another ball, I have to say.
Yes, it was.
That's 2 he should have swung.
2 balls he shouldn't have swung at.
One big hit, though, is going to close the gap in this very rapidly. Here comes now this pitch. And it is hard hit ball. And it hands to left field. 1 run will score. And now that's going to make it 5-2.
Still no outs.
Yep. Dinnwiddie American's lead is now cut to only 3 runs. Now Moore has got to be also very, very patient. Keep this rally going. Driscoll, relief pitcher, came in, winds up. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be high, ball 1.
Sean Moore is a center fielder for the Lunenburg team.
You know, I think it's quite clear what Dinnwiddie American was doing is they had a lot of faith in their hitting to get that early lead, which I can understand. That one's going to be low ball 2. So they just put in probably, you know, they want to say, well, we're going to save our pitchers for tomorrow. At some point, if it gets close, they may have to bring one of their good pitchers on in. All right, Driscoll winds up and pitches. This one's going to be high. And
that was high, too.
Oh, and the batter should have never gone after that one. Now bring up strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count. So Moore kind of got a little bit too excited, and that was not a good pitch. Here comes down the pitch. Oh, and that one went in there for strike number 10.
Outside, though.
Well, the umpire called that one, so he closed that. He opened that strike zone, I believe, a little bit for him. Yeah, must be getting hot on his head.
Come on, maybe.
2-2 now is the count. Driscoll now winds up. Here comes a pitch into the dirt.
What was that?
And that was a
sidearm. That was submarine pitch.
Yep. And the problem with that
those counts up.
Tiger Woods couldn't even have dug that one out. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full. Bases are loaded. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. And with no outs, another run is scored, and the Dinnwiddie lead is now cut to only 2. The right fielder, Bryce Witt, looks up at the scoreboard, shakes his head down, now looks towards the bat, and here comes the Dinnwiddie coach.
Looks like they might do another change.
Well, you hate to, when you get a 5-0 lead, you hate to see something like that dwindle away.
But to be fair, though,
they're going to leave him in.
Yeah, they're going to leave him in. But to be fair, though, they got that powerful hitting team still in place. I mean, they can come back around. They're probably going to knock another 3 or 4 on the
We're talking about 2 home runs with runners on base. And, you know, in one series, which is very, very impressive.
Against Lunenburg's best pitcher.
There comes Driscoll now with a pitch. And this is Jeff Goodwin, I guess, is up, left fielder.
Yeah, so far, Driscoll's throwing about a 2-to-1 strike ratio.
Yeah, and he is a left hard hit ball. This could drop in, be trouble it is. And 1 run was scored. They're going to swing in another one. This ball game is tied up, folks. Oh, wow.
Didn't see that coming.
I hate to say this, folks, but how can I explain this? Those 2 big home runs were for nothing.
New ball game, guys.
Keep it going, baby. I like it because I like a close game. By the way, so Lunenburg has come back to tie this ball game up. This will be fouled back in there for strike 1. Now, what were you going to say, Rob?
I was going to say, and by the way, we still have no outs.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
The pain isn't even close to ending for Dinnwiddie. I mean, Lunenburg has a chance of pulling ahead here.
No balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second. Here comes a hard hit ball. It gets through. The runner goes to center field. He brings it in. They're going to bring him in. And he is in there safe at home plate. And Lunenburg now takes the lead.
Wow.
And when it rains and pours, and the problem with Driscoll, they got him timed out.
Yeah, they got his number.
And again, no outs.
Get in that meter. Get in that man with it. Go, Mike.
That brings up Chris Fowler up to bat.
Yep, pitch. And this one is going to be go. And this one's going to be a bunt. And the umpire, it must have hit off inside the plate or something.
It looked like his leg.
Yeah, it must have done something like that because the umpire threw his both hands up, says, nope, you know, foul ball. Strike number 1. Runners on first and second for Lunenburg with no outs. They lead. That was going to be in there for ball 1?
Yep, ball 1, 1-1.
Yep. But Lunenburg has fought back and scored
all the way back. Yeah.
6 of them, and they don't have it out yet. Here comes down the pitch. Hard hit ball. This one's going to go to third base. He tags him and now tries to throw it to first base, and he is safe. Runner will be out at third on the 4s, but not until and that bad throw could have advanced runners as well.
Oh, yes. That was a great stop by the first baseman.
6-5, and
that brings them up to Michael Minks, I believe. Michael Minks is one of the extras for the game, the subs.
I'm going to put your mic a little bit louder.
That's a strike. Kind of throwing there. I thought that was a ball, honestly.
That'll be no balls and one strike now as it count.
You ready now?
So, wow, this is a change of events if there's any. That one's going to be in there for ball one ball and one strike. You got to realize, folks, in the first inning or first time up, Dinnwiddie American took a 5-0 lead off of 2 home runs.
2 bombs.
Yep. That one's going to be high in there for ball 2. But Lunenburg has come back and now is taking the lead. Early in the game, so I guess that's why the coaches of Dinnwiddie are not panicking yet. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
They still got a very powerful hitting squad. And that hitting squad has proved they can hit against whatever Lunenburg throws at them so far. So yeah, they may be down, but they're definitely not out.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for Lunenburg. Here comes the pitch. A little bit low, ball 3, and that count goes full.
In danger of loading the base up once again.
Yeah, and again with only 1 out. That was on a forced play at third. Driscoll now looks around in the stretch. And this one's going to be a chop. He's going to go to first base, and he almost collided. And Simmons, that played first base, was able to hold on to that ball for that second out.
He was out infield fly anyways.
Hate to see a collision, though. That gets somebody hurt. Driscoll now will back up, and the umpire is doing something, checking with the other umpires, now checking with the coach.
So we have another equipment malfunction somewhere.
Well, actually, what they're doing, I think we don't know. Oh, that's why they're changing the helmets. Okay.
Oh, he didn't have a chin strap apparently or something.
Now those chin straps are important.
Hey, you know.
Okay, here we go. 2 outs. Here comes now the pitch. Driscoll winds up and delivers. Hard hit ball, beautiful base hit. And the center field will pick it up and throw it in, but not until a run will come in and score for Lunenburg. And Lunenburg now takes a 2-run lead. It is now 7-5 in favor of Lunenburg. And now they're getting ready to come up. Let's see, where are we at in the batting order?
Last person, Chandler Childress at the bat now for the Lunenburg squad.
And then Lunenburg will come up.
Second time around the order.
To the second time around in order, and that was a change of events.
I know.
Wow.
I don't think I would have guessed this the last time the last inning. I thought this was going to be slaughtered in the other direction.
Here comes out a pitch. This one's going to be in there for ball 1. Runners on first and third right now.
With 2 outs.
Driscoll now looks. Still in the stretch position. He delivers hard hit ball. And this is going to be caught by the center field to the third and final out. Whole bunch of scored runs. 7 runs scored. 2 men left on base. At the end of the first inning, believe it or not, as we go to the top of the second, it's 7-5. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Nurse, you, the boyfriend. You were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stack.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Back here at Linhart Field in beautiful Lunenburg, Virginia on a hot, sunny Saturday afternoon. We have a 7-5 lead in favor of Lunenburg in front of Dinnwiddie American. Wow, what a turn of events, Robbie, when, you know, like we said earlier, Dinnwiddie American jumped out to a 5-0 lead off of 2 home runs. Yeah. And then, well, we thought this was going to be a runaway, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Lunenburg scored 7 runs.
This game's looking like a football score, man, with those 7-5, you know.
Safety and a field goal and a touchdown.
That's right.
Well, we'll see what how, you know, Dinnwiddie will answer.
Well, I mean, you got to be confident in Dinnwiddie, though, because, you know, again, that lineup was able to hit against Lunenburg's best pitcher. And Lunenburg's going to have to run that gauntlet again here soon. So that brings up Will Driscoll, the center fielder for the Dinnwiddie American All-Stars.
Here comes the first pitch in there, ball 1. That was a little bit low.
It was really low.
Low. Well, hope they keep it close. Here comes down the next pitch. And this one's going to be a hard hit ball to third base. They'll throw it. Nice throw by the third baseman. Nice catch by Hoover, and that will be for out number 1.
That brings up J.J. Sawyer.
J.J., get the bat. Good job.
J.J. Sawyer will be, Simmons will be on deck.
Yep, Dalton Simmons.
Yep. That one's going to be in there for ball 1. Wow, the thing is, Peyton is having a little bit of problem getting the consistent pitch in. Yeah. Here comes down the pitch, a little bit low again, ball 2. We said earlier, if he starts getting tired, it'll be interesting to see Lunenburg's going to have to bring in his pitching if he, you know, ends up.
Yeah.
A lot of runs being scored. All right, here's a hit, and this one's going to be foul. That'll be in there for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Looks like Denby's got somebody else warming up over there, too, coming in for the next inning.
Can't say I blame him on that one. That was a pretty painful inning last inning for Dinnwiddie.
Yes, by far.
Payner wins it, pitch up, and that's going to be in there for ball number 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Very patient team Dinnwiddie American have been so far. Of course, Lunenburg's been pretty patient, too. Here comes the next pitch, strike number 2, and that brings the count to full.
Was a caught that corner there.
Yeah, caught that inside corner.
So here we go. 1 out. Here comes down the pitch. And did he break the plane? No, he didn't. That will be base on balls. So
Dalton Simmons is now back.
That's only doing a walk, that's for sure.
Simmons will be up the plate right now. Stitch will be on deck. That went right down the middle for strike 1.
They really need to get these next 2 people out badly because you got a top of the batting order coming up for Dinnwiddie American. That they proved very effective against this pitcher.
Yep. Here comes down the next pitch. This one's into the ground, ball 2. And that's one of the things you don't want to do is, hey, put a couple of runs on there and then have, you know, Donovan, Brucos, Donovan, you know, Witt knock it out of the park. Here comes down the pitch, and that one's going to be close. Outside, low, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's a little outside that time.
All right, Painter now for Lunenburg. He winds up and pitches. This one's going to be high, ball 3.
He was standing straight up when he released that.
Yep. Painter is must be their best pitcher, what I understand. Here comes the wind up in the pitch. Hard hit ball, and that will go. They're going to try to run a double play. It will be no, they won't get a double play, but they got that important lead runner for the second out. That'll bring up 2 outs now. Simmons will be on first. The problem is
Wayne Stetch coming up.
Yeah, Wayne Stetch. And
last of the bottom of the lineup.
Yep. Peter now winds up. That'll be outside, ball 1. It would be nice to go up against the top 4 with nobody on board. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss in there for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's going a long way to do it too, right there.
Yep. I mean, if the home run's going to be hit off of you, you don't want any runners on when that happens.
That's true.
Here comes out the pitch. This one's going to be low, and that's going to be ball 2. Simmons will hit on down. Is they going to call that a foul? Or?
No, there was no foul. That
didn't look like a foul either.
No, it skipped in there.
All right, Simmons on second base now for Dinnwiddie American.
How many pitches is he up to?
42 pitches.
And we're in the second inning.
Yep. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike number 2. 2-2 now is the count.
As this game progresses, that's one thing that these guys definitely have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, this is going to be a long game, I have a feeling.
Here comes the pitch and the windup. And that's going to be ball number 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's it, but didn't quite hit the hole there.
It was outside.
So here comes an important pitch. Strike 3, that will strike him out. So no runs will score, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So now as we go to the top of the bottom of the second, it is now 7-5 still. Lunenburg got a slight lead. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center. What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Well, the umpires have swept off the plate. We're ready to go again here at the bottom of the second. Driscoll winds up and now pitches. That was in there for strike number 1.
And I don't think they're going to get away with waiting on too much this time. Coach had talked to them and said, hey, you got to throw strikes, bud. I'm going to have to pull you out.
A.J. Watson is up to bat. Here comes now the pitch. And that was a changeup that just hit directly on top of the plate. Now being there for ball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I believe this is L.J. Watts at the bat now for the Lunenburg side.
Petner will be on deck. Here comes out a pitch. This one's going to be a chop ball. Oh, yes, he bobbles it, and looks like Watson will be, well, Watson is safe on first, and that will bring up Petner. Josh Petner will be up. He's the pitcher.
Petner walked last time it was up. Went on eventually score one of the runs for Lunenburg.
Like I said, he had 6 home runs this year in the regular season. Here comes the pitch. And he went after it, and that's going to be in there. What did they call?
No,
ball 1.
break
it. Oh, ball?
Ball.
That was close, though.
Yeah, I thought he broke it, but...
Driscoll now looks. 1 runner aboard for Lunenburg. Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball. That's Barnett. That one gets past the left fielder. And here we go. They're going to send a runner on in. And Payton will stop at second with a stand-up double. And now it's 7-5. 8-5. Excuse me. 8-5 in favor of Lunenburg. And Lunenburg keeps right on scoring. And Payton on second base with no outs.
But, you know, I wouldn't feel good with this Dinnwiddie hitting squad coming up to up by about 4 runs.
Of course, we all know how quickly this can change.
Yep.
Driscoll now winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be high, ball 1. No doubt about that one.
Yeah, that one kind of floated away from my thing.
Well, pitching is everything in this game. You get a walk-a-thon going, well, what happens is that even your outfielder can't help you. You get someone who's throwing a bunch of strikes, the outfield becomes insignificant, really. Wow. That one's going to be a salute. Did he call that one a strike?
No,
that was a ball.
That was a ball
high. Yeah, ball high.
2 balls, no strikes.
Yep. That ball definitely was high. I was going to say, that was a big surprise if he calls that one a strike.
And umpires having now another talk out here.
They're going to do a pitch change.
They're going to do a pitching change. And, they're bringing one of the big boys in. Who is this?
I don't know. What's his number?
We will see. Number
33.
33. That is old, that's Wayne Stitch.
Bryce Witt. That's Witt.
Oh, that Witt?
That's Witt.
33, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and, Driscoll had a tough one. I mean, he threw 39 pitches through his 2 innings there. 19 strikes, 20 balls. Unfortunately, 2 walks and 7 very powerful hits against him. Kind of did him in for a day, I'm afraid.
Now pitching for Dinnwiddie.
Well, one of the things now they're getting in with Witt and
start using their power now.
And all. Now they're starting to bring in there. No, they have to do it.
Yeah, they have to do it. They have no choice.
I mean, they got to get. I know what they're trying to do.
Well, they need pitchers that are going to throw strikes.
Yeah. They were trying to hopefully that they could, go ahead, just let your batters kind of keep you into the game.
And I gotta say, going into this game, everyone pretty much has pinned Dinnwiddie American as a favorite. If Lunenburg is able to upset them, that would be kind of the biggest upset we've seen in the tournament so far.
Yep. Well, that'll be an interesting turn of events, too, if somehow Lunenburg would pull this game out.
Hang on to it, yeah.
Yeah. Payner still will be on second base for Lunenburg. Remember, there's no outs, and it counts 2 balls and no strikes.
This guy seems like he's throwing a lot straighter and a lot faster, too.
Well, yeah. I think now they're going to try to bring in their bigger gun.
I think this is Witt pitched against Blackstone last year, too. Did a pretty good job.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember this name.
Yep, Witt did. I think Witt did pitch. Yep. In fact, it was a Matthew Hart. I think Matthew and Wolf Witt, they're
fighting each other time. Yeah.
Going head-to-head in that one game that we'll never forget.
Well, Lunenburg, I still wouldn't feel good about Lunenburg. Let's have some more runs on the board.
Here comes a hard hit ball, and the first one is run. Here comes Pantner. They're going to hold him up at third base, but they're going to run to second base. And now runners on second and third, and with no outs. Well, Witt threw that one right down there. Had pretty good velocity on it. He was able to come around and hit it. Who's up here?
That being up Ethan Hoover. He walked last time he was up.
Runners on second and third, no outs. Witt's now pitching for Dinnwiddie American. That one's going to go in there for ball 1, a little bit inside. Wow. Now Norland will be on deck for Lunenburg. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be in there, ball outside, he said, 2-2. But that's a lot closer. And Witt does look like a lot better control than the previous 2 pitchers.
Yeah, he's zeroing it in there.
All right, he's pitching now from the wind-up position. Here comes the pitch. And it's a hard and this will be in there for a base hit. And that will score another run. And now the ball is a bad ball, and that scores another run. Wow, 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 wow. A Dinnwiddie American mistake, and all of a sudden another run scored. And now runners on second base with no outs, and it's now 9-5. Oh boy. Here comes down the pitch. That's in there for ball 1. And Tim, are these balls actually balls?
Yeah. By the way, it's 10-5.
I mean, Tim, I'm sorry.
It's 10-5, 9-5.
10-5.
Yeah.
Wow. Here comes next pitch. That one's going to be inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. And boy, them 2 home runs earlier are almost insignificant. I mean, I thought this was going to be a runaway train for Dinnwiddie American.
And the train derailed.
And oh boy, has it ever. Well, pitching is everything. Here comes now the pitch. And
strike.
Now,
that looked like
strike.
strike.
That was
low outside.
That was low.
That's low outside.
I'd say Witt got lucky on that one, I got to say.
2 balls and 1 strike. 10-0 now, Lunenburg. 10-5, Lunenburg leads over Dinnwiddie American. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. Or number 2, excuse me.
Strike 2. Yep. 2-2's the count, 2-2.
Man, I get excited and I lose track.
You could look over here to the right, you know.
But 2-2 is the count.
2-2, no out still.
Witt now winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be outside. That brings the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lunenburg scored 7 in the first inning, and now in the second they got there to 3. They got a runner on second base with no outs. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a foul back. And he hangs in there, and the count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Some's got to give here.
Yeah.
Witt now winds up. Here comes the deliver. That was ball number 4.
Puts him back on base.
And another walk, and I am very, very surprised.
Deshaun Moore to bat now. Deshaun has walked, and I guess that walk brought an RBI, so he gets credited for that on a walk.
Wow, this is not the same pitching staff that we saw last year, though. I mean, as far as skill goes.
Hard time.
All right, here comes down the pitch. Oh, that was low.
Low and inside.
Yep, and he bit at it, and it's in there for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike is the count. Witt now looks. Runners on first and second. Delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Deshaun is Deshaun Moore is the center fielder for Lunenburg.
Dinnwiddie is just trying to get this first out here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been tough for him.
Witt now looks, delivers. That one's going to be high.
A little high. That's
ball 1.
Just
1 ball
bit.
and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he brought down just another 2 inches. I think that would have been a strike.
Batter's got to protect the plate, though. And when that happens, he can bait you into swinging out a bad one. All right, here comes a windup. Here comes out a pitch. That one's low.
There's the runners.
Count goes 2-2. And it got past the catcher a little bit, and everybody will advance. Very important play because that takes out the force and puts 2 runners in scoring position.
Come on, Gimpy.
2 balls and 2 strikes now is the count. Here comes out a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3.
First out.
That will be out number 1. Who's up now?
That brings up Jeffrey Goodwin, who has got a nice single today and 2 RBIs. Off the same hit.
Yep, Lockman will be, the catcher will be on deck for Lunenburg. Let's see what Goodwin can do. Witt now winds up and delivers. That one's going to be there for strike 1. Goodwin's a lefty, wearing number 10. That's because we can see number 10 to wear in the kind of the vicinity where the white elephant is. We can kind of look through and
they should have to have numbers on the back and front. It makes it easier for us.
So Witt now winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for strike number 2. And two good pitches. Lunenburg got used to waiting on it, I think.
So, yeah.
And with all the walks, I actually don't blame him. Lunenburg leads 10-5 right now. But in this game, I don't know. That can disappear extremely quick.
Yeah.
Witt now looks and winds up and delivers. And that is going to be ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goodwin steps off, looks at his coach for the sign, now gets back into the batter's box. Everybody's set. Witt winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that one is going to be fouled.
You fouled that one back.
Yep, that was a foul back. I thought I heard it. I didn't see it, but I thought I heard it. And I want to.
Come on, Boo.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a minute. Here comes down the pitch. Hard hit ball. Oh, boy. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and that'll be 12. And Gowan gets up and gets a stand-up double. Stand-up double, ladies and gentlemen. And now it is 12-5. And Lunenburg is starting to run away with this game, Robbie.
Yeah, and they're going timeout again. Oh,
yeah, you got to get his glasses.
Well, I didn't have his gloves.
Glasses and gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 4 RBIs for good.
Yeah, he's been having a good game. It brings up Jeb Buckman, I think. Jeb is 1 for over day. That's what's up.
Now pitches. And I know what's happening here. And I mean, folks, if you're listening to the score with this 12-5, that is kind of deceiving, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it's all going to depend on what happens on the other side of the plate here.
Yep. Here comes out the pitch. This one's going to be high. Now it's going to be in there, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes, but it's. And here comes the coach again to talk to Whit. So Bryce has had his trouble since he's come on the mound. That's been Dinnwiddie American's 3rd pitcher at the plate.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, is Whit their best pitcher?
I do not know.
I don't think so. I think Brewcoast is probably their best.
Yeah, we don't know. We haven't seen this team.
We haven't seen Brewcoast, but
they probably want to save him for tomorrow. You know, or is it tomorrow? Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got to go against Crew tomorrow, or whoever wins the game's got to go against Crew, I should say.
All right, here comes down pitch. That one's going to be in there for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Whoever got to play Crew, oh boy, because they got to face Thomas Parrish pitching. Here comes down the pitch, and that is going to be inside ball 4. And that puts runners on 1st and 2nd for Lunenburg, and that's going to bring up who?
That's going to bring up, where my list is going to be Chris Fowler, but let's double check that because this is when stuff changes.
Yep.
Fowler had a nice single last time. Got a single in there and got on base. I think he'd probably like to do it again. I believe after him, they reset the top of the batting order.
Well, I'll tell you, Whit's probably already up to about 20, 25 pitches in this inning alone.
27, yeah.
Here come now the pitch.
Hard hit. Oh, he got it.
Whit throws it to 2nd. They're going to try it for the double.
Got him.
And they got him.
Ooh, anytime you need a double play, that was it.
Yeah, beautiful play up the middle.
2 more runs scored for Lunenburg, and they now lead 12-5 with 2 men left on. So we'll be right back. Don't go away. This is the Southside Sports Network.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crew. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever. Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Lynn Hart Field, I'm John Hart. Tim up on top of the White Elephant, and Robbie Hart doing all the controlling and the computer work. Jennifer Hart is taking in all these DVD sales that we're getting. Anyway.
But I got to say, now, as I was telling you during the break, we'll find out whether Lunenburg sinks or swim right now, because this is the power of the Dinnwiddie American lineup. This is the part of the lineup that made those 5 runs in 1 inning on you.
And who do we got coming up for?
You got Cody Brugos, who had a walk. Luke Halsey got out, but then Alex Brugos, that's when it starts really hitting against him.
So Brugos now is going to be, and he's at the top of the lineup. Yep. So now you got Brugos, Carly, Brugos again, and then Donovan. Of course, you know, the big home run didn't come until Donovan. And, of course, Sheeter came up after him, got on board, and then Witt, you know, got up and hit a home run. So, boy, oh, boy, we'll see what happens.
Of course, Josh Paytner will stay in. No surprise there.
Then you got to think he's already up to about 50 pitches in 2 innings.
Yeah, 44 pitches so far.
All right, here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball. This one's going to be a beautiful base hit to the center field. They will throw it in, and that's got a... Cody will get on board for Dinnwiddie American to start things off right here at the top of the 3rd.
That's not how you want to start out. I think you're beating down there, bud.
I know. I'm trying to work on it.
That's Luke Halsey at the bat now for the Dinnwiddie American.
Here comes now the pitch.
There goes the runner.
There goes the runner down second. Boy, Brugos got some speed to him.
He's fast.
Wow. So runner on second base, now in scoring position with no outs. Luke Crosley is up. Here comes now the pitch.
Outside.
That one's going to be outside.
Outside and low.
Yep. That's been the biggest problem in this game, has been actually on the mound for both teams, actually. So 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the windup in the pitch. That one's going to be low again. Ball 3. Then 3 balls in a row he's thrown.
He's up, what, almost 50 pitches now. So this heat, this humidity.
Yep. Here comes now the pitch. That was in there for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner on second base for Dinnwiddie Americans. They're trailing. Here comes now the pitch. Ball number 4 now puts runners on first and second.
Yeah,
and importantly, no outs.
Out of 50 pitches thrown, there, Paytner has 25 balls and 25 strikes.
Oh, yeah. And you can tell by his form now, too, that he's getting tired. He's standing straight up when he releases the ball.
That brings up Alex Brugos, who had a single last time he was up.
Donovan will be on deck. And that one's going to be in there for ball 1.
Yeah, they're just sitting away on the pitch now. They're not going to go after anything bad.
Thing is, you're going to load the bases up and then have Donovan come up. That's a game changer. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be pop up. The center fielder actually is going to come in. I mean, not center fielder, but shortstop. And he catches it. Wow, I'm glad I corrected myself there.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing.
Yep. And that'll be out number 1.
Everyone stays where they are.
Well, here comes Donovan that's up.
Donovan, of course, home run, 3 RBIs for the day.
Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball, and this will dive off the shortstop, and they will hold the runner up at second base.
Hey,
third.
You know what?
Third base.
I got to be honest. You contained into a base hit. That's actually probably the best result you can hope for.
Well, runners on first, second, and third loading up with 1 out. Good, a nice time, a double play would.
Brian Sheeter at the bat now. Brian had a nice triple last time.
Here comes now the pitch. This one's going to be hard at the third base. They're going to tag the guy, the lead runner, and that was a wise choice.
Yeah, best decision you could have made, frankly.
Yep. So that was a nice play, and that will take out that lead runner with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Witt, and Witt can hit the ball out of the park. He did in the last inning.
A run does come in, though.
Here comes down the pitch. Hard hit ball. And a dive. This time he falls forward.
No!
They're going to try him at home plate, and he's safe.
Oh.
But they're going to try to get him out at third. No, they're not going to try to do that. And he scored 2. So now that's going to be...
just 1.
Oh, they scored just run?
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings up 6 to 12.
7 to 12.
7 to 12.
Yeah, it should be 7-12.
And it's such a, you hate to see that because
they scored two this inning so far.
If you're Lunenburg, you hate to see that because it's such a great snag by the shortstop too.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play by short.
Here comes down the pitch, and this one's going to be a foul back in there, strike one.
And I hate to say this, if they can get out of this inning with just 2 runs against them, that's a success.
Well, especially that part of the lineup.
Yeah. Problem is, though, it's a shorter lineup now with the way things are from here on out.
All right, here comes down the pitch. This one's going to be down in the dirt in there for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I think that now the game will decide on the way the pitching is going to be going. Here comes that pitch. That one's low, and Hayner's having a hard time.
Yeah. So actually just having a hard time zeroing it in there.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's over 60 pitches now.
58, yeah.
2 balls and 1 strike. Hayner winds up. Here comes the pitch.
A little low, but he got
a little bit low, but just barely got in there for strike number 2.
I think Payton says he'll take him any way he can get him right now.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
He can get this 1 strike. That can retire the side. Here comes out a pitch. Swing and a miss and a foul back, apparently. Count remained the same, 2-2 with 2 outs.
I know Lunenburg's thinking we can only get back up the stick. Back up the plate.
Hayner is getting very, very tired. You can see the way he's walking around.
Yeah.
He's pitching in like Tim sitting straight up, and he's having some getting tired. Here comes down a pitch and a hard to get ball, and that's going to make the play.
Bad throw.
Doing a bad throw. And they will score another run. Now Lunenburg is having a problem and they're falling apart.
Yeah, they need to. It might be time to call a timeout and talk with the infield.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Cody Jewett to the plate.
Well, let's see what they'll do at this point. Because all of a sudden they're seeing their lead starting to run, go down. But like
and the last 2 have been off mistakes.
Yep.
I mean, really, the last 2 should never have happened.
Oh yeah, they should have been out of the inning.
Yeah.
Well, who will the winner and the loser go, Robbie? Do you know?
Well, the winner, I think, if I'm mistaken, goes on to play Crew tomorrow, and the loser
doesn't play till Monday.
Yeah,
that's what they said. Yeah. The winner plays at 3 tomorrow.
Yep.
So we'll have 2 games tomorrow.
Yep.
3
games tomorrow.
Cody Jewett at the bat now. He is 0 for 1 for a day. Struck out last time.
All right, here comes down the pitch. Swing and miss. And there's strike number 1.
Hey, whatever he said must have worked. Threw a strike that time.
And all of a sudden, we only got a 3-run difference in this ball game.
4-run, bud.
4-run difference. Here comes the pitch.
3. It's 9-12.
Yeah, 3.
Oh,
9-12.
Oh, I didn't.
Lord, I was right the first time.
Wait a minute. Are you sure about that?
Thank goodness I'm up on top of the white elephant today.
Runner came in. I didn't see that.
Tim, you saved me. Good job. That one's going to be in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, I didn't count for that runner coming in on 3rd. That's what happened.
All right, here comes an important pitch here. This one's going to be a pop-up. Goes straight to the pitcher. He throws it to Hoover at first base. He easily gets him out. So, a bunch of runs will score. 1 man left on. So, as we go now to the bottom of the 4th, isn't it? Or top of the 4th. Bottom of the 3rd.
Bottom of the 3rd, bud.
Bottom of the 3rd. Golly, this game is long. Bottom of the 3rd, it's 12-9 in favor of Lunenburg. We'll be right back.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
These These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today, 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you.
All right, back here at Linhart Stadium here. Linhart Field Stadium.
L.J. Watts at the bat. He's 2 for 2.
And this one's going to be a hard hit ball. And this one gets past. They played up front. And here comes Watson. He will round first base, hit the second. He'll be safe, and a nice double start things off.
You know, we talked about in the past pitching duels, but we're seeing nothing but a hitting duel this year. Every game seems to be that way.
That's a great little hit right there, too.
Yeah.
Well, the outfield was actually playing very, very short. And I don't think they expected him to hit that ball that hard.
This brings up Josh Paytner. He is 1 for 1 for a day with a walk.
Payner's a good hitter.
Oh, and an RBI, too. I should probably include that.
Yep, he's a good hitter.
I think he just warned somebody.
Everybody is kind of playing a little bit deep. All right, here comes Witt, winds up. Here comes out a pitch. And that was in there for strike one.
That looked low, but he caught him.
And inside.
Well, no balls and 1 strike. Runner on first base now.
Second.
Or second base. Here comes out a pitch. In there for strike number 2. Wow.
Well, I think the umpire likes that low one, so you have to swing at it, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's down at his shins.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do if you're a batter is trying to move up in the batter's box a little bit. All right, here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be high. That went the opposite way, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So here we're going to come up with Paytner. We got a runner on second base and a 1 and 2 count. Witt now winds up. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. This one goes straight up in the air. They will call it. They will get it, and they will have him out. So nice catch by the by shortstop.
That freezes Watson right there on second. That brings up Malik Foster, I'm sorry. He is 1 for 2 with a nice double today.
I know if you're Lunenburg, you'd like to get some of those that you. That's in there for strike 1.
Well, tell you what.
At least he's being consistent.
I was going to say, what's happened is Witt has found that strike zone area. He's just throwing it there every time now.
So no balls and 1 strike. Witt winds up. Here comes the pitch. Way high. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner will hit on down to third base. He will be safe easily. Nobody will even try to throw him out. That brings up 1 ball and 1 strike. We got 1 out here. 12-9 is the score.
High-scoring game. Very high-scoring game.
Oh, yes.
Here comes the windup in the pitch. And that one's going to be right.
That was that one was definitely in there. It was a slow one, but it was definitely in there.
Now bring up strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner in scoring position for Lunenburg, so a base hit will really do Lunenburg good right now. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball, and it goes into right field. That's a good stand-up single, and that will score a run. And Lunenburg's going to get one of those
4 back, yeah.
One of those 4 back. And now bring 13-9 as the score. I'm surprised they don't bring up the field goal and let somebody kick a field goal across and give them 3 points.
That's a beautiful piece of hit right there.
That was a nice hit, though. That brings up Ethan Hoover. Ethan is 1 for 1 today with a double, 2 RBIs and walk.
This one's going to be almost way low and inside. That's being there for ball 1. But on either side, we haven't seen just any kind of consistency in the pitchers.
Yeah.
On either team. That's why the score is like it is. Witt now winds up. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. This one's going to go out of here to left field. And boy, oh boy, Hoover knocks one over, and that's going to extend that lead and get those two out of those 3 runs came back.
Yeah.
Well, what can you say?
It's a high-scoring game. Between these two teams, we have 24 points.
I'm tracking these home runs pretty good now.
I don't think.
Yeah, that's good. You got that one good. Yeah.
I don't think anybody expected the way this game so far is turning out.
I certainly didn't expect it.
They forgot they were playing baseball. I think they're playing football with the score.
I know. I don't think we've ever seen a game, high-scoring game split between two teams this much.
I mean, we've seen one team sometimes
and we're only
run
in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, we have seen teams run away.
It's gonna be a 30.
And it's only in the 3rd inning.
This could be a 30-point ball game by the time we're done, guys. It's a great thing. It's like the pitchers this year are kind of average, but the hitting has been stepped up amazingly.
I'm telling you, Tim, if you've seen tapes from last year.
Oh, they tried to protest.
I mean, the pitching was just so far has been 10 times better than what it is so far in this year.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest. Well, we'll talk about that later. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss, and there for strike 1.
By the way, Neil Nolan at the bat now. He is 1 for 1 today with a single RBI and a walk today.
More will be on deck for Lunenburg. They got 1 out. Here comes down the pitch.
Oh,
that was going to be in there.
That was inside. That looked like an inside guy. Yeah. Way inside.
And it looks like, well, they look like Cooper.
Warming up another pitcher.
I believe it looks like they're starting to warm up another pitcher. They're going way down there and getting that taken care of.
There when Payton has pitched a lot of pitches. He's really worked his butt off today. It's a very powerful hitting Dinnwiddie American team.
So no balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes now to wind up the pitch, and this one's going to be fouled back out of play.
Popped up.
And the count's going to remain the same. Well, this will be the final game today, but we got 3 tomorrow that's going to be coming up.
And it's going to be hotter.
Yep.
Oh, nice. I better be a big fan of this computer down here.
Whip winds up, pitches.
Inside.
Way inside this time for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Seen a lot of home runs this year, Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot.
And that one's going to be in there for ball. That brings the count 2-2.
And to be fair, this is not like the softball field 2 years ago with a major tournament in Blackstone.
Yep. This
is a full field, and they're just hitting it over.
And I'll tell you, we've averaged at least 3 home runs a game so far.
It has been that way, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it has.
Here comes down the pitch.
Oh,
and that one's going to be...
I thought he was going to call a strike with how low that was.
Outside brings the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He's like to call strikes in those in the past, so I thought that was going to be a strike.
He likes that shoelace area.
Yes, he does.
All right, here's an important full count pitch. Here it is. Hard hit ball. This one goes to the shortstop. He throws it high and he pulls it off, and he will be safe.
Hold that foot up.
Yep.
Good hustle.
He couldn't help it, either that or he couldn't. He's not Stretch Armstrong, and he definitely he had to catch the ball. And
to be fair, that first baseman probably saved it from being a double on him.
That was a good hustle by number 13 down that run down that line.
That brings up Deshaun Moore, I believe. Moore is center fielder. 0 for 1 for a day.
3 home runs we've seen in this game, 2 by Dinnwiddie and 1 by Lunenburg.
They got a 6-run lead now.
Yep. Trouble is they're holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here comes down the pitch, swing and a miss, and there's strike number 1. That pitch was a little bit hot.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Yeah, that was in his eyes.
So, 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be fouled back. Now bring 0-2 count. No ball and 2 strikes.
Almost John's car again.
Try to move that, you know.
Actually, believe it or not, the league does pay for a new windshield.
Oh, they will?
Yep, the insurance does.
Might be bad parking space on your part?
Yep. Here comes the wind-up in the pitch.
Oh.
Foul back.
Hanging tough.
Yeah, but he should have. That looked way inside, guy. That was a bracelet throw there.
Yeah, Matthew bought a window already this year. Well, the league bought a window.
You're going to find out they changed that policy.
That's out there at Miller Field. That ball went straight into where the trailer is back there and busted out the window. Here comes down the pitch. That one's going to be high. Ball number 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You hate to get this out of your Lunenburg because you're trying to keep this rally going. Maybe get a few more points before you have to face that Dinnwiddie hitting squad again.
Well, we'll see what happens. Here comes out a pitch, and that's when he's going to
hit the elephant. It hit the elephant.
Yep,
I felt that.
That's the way to go.
I thought I was going to get a catch one.
That's why we were in here. That would have hurt otherwise.
Amy is sitting right on the other side, by the way.
No, I haven't seen her over there in a while.
Playing your car.
Well, it's a good place.
Hey, that's why we have this thing, right?
Yep. All right, here comes the wind-up in the pitch. This one's going to be high, and that's going to be an error from ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's got about 10, 11 pitches on this batter alone.
He's up to 52 pitches so far.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Here comes now the wind-up and the pitch. Hard hit ball.
Oh, good catch. Get him on first.
This could be a double play. Pulls him off. And a beautiful play by the shortstop, but then the throw was a little off and pulls Simmons off, and he ends it up safe. So it broke up the double play. But that was a hard hit ball.
Oh, yeah.
But it's important. Now it's 2 outs with Jeffrey Goodwin coming up the bat. Goodwin's a good hitter. A single, a double, and 4 RBIs to his name for the day.
Yeah, he's already got 4 ribbies.
Here comes now the pitch. Oh, that was a nice one.
Yeah,
he called it a ball, but
outside.
The form looked good anyway. I'm going to give these pitchers as much credit I can give them. I know it's hot out there. It is hot. Here comes down the windup and the pitch. Hard hit ball, and they're going to call it. Let's see who's going to get it. And they throw it to third, keep the guy from running from second to third.
Oh, that was a mistake,
Yeah, Lunenburg's got runners on first and second.
Someone didn't call the ball, did they?
Nope.
That brings up
Buckman on it.
Jake Buckman,
Yep.
And that's got the pitcher real frustrated. You see his hands on his hips.
Well, he's tired too. Like you said, he's up to 55 pitches now.
Well, they're both getting tired. You know, you look on the other side, and Lunenburg's pitcher is getting pretty worn out too.
And Cruz is sitting back there smiling as the pitchers get worn out, huh?
Oh yeah. All right, here comes down the pitch. Hard hit ball. That's
good
going to
catch.
be out.
2 outs anyway,
And that's the third and final out. So he scored 3 in this inning, and now it is 15-9 in favor of Lunenburg over Dinnwiddie American. We'll be right back right after this.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Back here at Linhard Field here in Lunenburg, Virginia. New pitcher will be coming in.
Yep. Let me see. Get his name. Number 34. And he is Ethan Hoover. And, you know, that's leaving with Josh Payton going out of the game. He did okay. 65 pitches, so he pitched quite a bit with 36 strikes, 29 balls. They were able to hit against him 10 times, and so a rough outing for him, but his team's in the lead, so I guess that's really all that matters, right?
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Okay, who's be coming up for Dinnwiddie?
I have Mr. Will Driscoll.
Yeah, that number little 2.
Number 2, yep, Will Driscoll. He is 0 for 1 for a day.
Well, nice good crowd here at Linhard Field here in Lunenburg, Virginia.
Yep, last person before you.
Exciting Dixie Youth District 5 baseball.
High scoring game this time.
Yep. Hoover now winds up, and it's going to be foul back and up strike number 1.
And I think he wanted to swing that one at the fence, didn't he?
Yep.
Hey, he almost hit the police car.
Man, that's no loss.
Wow. Anyway, Hoover winds up, delivers a pitch, and he lays down a bunt. This will go to the first base, easy out.
Oh, that was a little closer than I probably would have liked it, that's for sure.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But still, an out and out, which brings us down to the top of the batting order once again with Cody Brugos, who is 1 for 1 for a day with a walk back in first and a single in third, last inning in third.
Yeah, this will be Cody's third time around.
Yep.
And everybody playing, well, fairly back, not real far back as far as the outfield goes. Here comes the pitch in there, strike number 1.
I gotta say, Ethan here seems to have a little bit of speed to him.
Yeah, he's got some nice pop to that fastball.
Ethan's had a good game with that home run earlier. Here comes out a pitch. That one's going to be outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoover now looks and winds up. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be high. Ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. High scoring game, 15-9 now is the score. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a chopped high ball. This will go all the way to the fence. He will feel it. Okay, Brukers will come to second base and he will hold up there.
And that brings up Luke Costley. Luke Costley is 0 for 1. He had a walk and got out back in the first inning.
Way back when in the first inning, he was a starting pitcher.
Yep.
Well, see what Hoover's going to do with him. Hoover now winds up. Runner on second base with no outs. And this one's going to be a chop, and it's going to go to and
he missed the bag.
Safe.
He missed the bag. Oh, another fielding error cost Lunenburg.
A nice throw, actually, but he just couldn't stretch it out. Just barely he pulled that foot off that bag. And with 1 out, runners on first and second.
First and third.
First and third.
What got you that time?
All right, here comes out a pitch. This one goes low for ball 1.
See, now the pitcher's getting frustrated now, too.
Oh, he tried to overthrow it. That was all.
Well, and who's up now? Is that
is Alex Brugos.
Yep. So Alex Brugos
1 for 2 for a day.
plays shortstop, and Donovan will be following him. Here comes down the pitch.
Outside.
And that one's going to be in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
The sun's now in our eyes as we're doing this game.
First and third got runners on board for Dinnwiddie American. They trail 15-9. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be high for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Thing is, loading the bases up because some of their
not good. Not good at all. Not with
their home runs, and
that was only a 6-point lead. I know it sounds bad saying only a 6-point lead, but
and that one's going to be in there, ball 4.
That's strike.
That's a strike.
That's a strike.
Oh,
That
yeah.
better
right
than a
down
strike.
the gut. That was right down the gut.
Well, it looked good from here, too, but I can't see the umpire whatsoever.
If that would have been a strike, I would have chosen one taking money.
Here comes that pitch. This one's
ball.
going to be low, ball 4. And that loads the bases up with Donovan, which has hit a home run earlier this.
Home run, a single, and 3 RBIs. He's probably the best hitter on Lunenburg, I would say, right now. You really can't even walk the guy either.
Well, 1 run, though, is better than 3, but I know I'm like you. I don't know. Here comes out a pitch. That's right down in there, strike 1.
He's going right at him. Going right at him.
Well, if you got some speed and you can do that, that's the thing to do, but you got to be careful. Here comes next pitch. Change up. Did not drop in there for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was a good pitch, except it was a little high.
So it was the ball.
Yep. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Here comes the wind up of the pitch. Foul back. Now bring up strike number 2.
Oh.
Well, a strikeout here
be huge.
Will be huge because that means you can try a strikeout Sheeter. Here comes the pitch. Oh, what was that?
He's trying to change it, but he just got way off his finger.
2 balls and 2 strikes now is the count.
That was like one of those Matthew Hart changeups from about 2 years ago.
Yep. Boy, he used to scare me with them. Here comes now the pitch. And he let that one go. Strike 3. No, is that a ball?
That's a ball.
Oh, and the crowd reacts as well as I do. Ooh, that was close. That brings up full count. Oh. Wow. Okay. Now let's see what's going to happen. Here comes the pitch. Swing it up. Strike number 3.
Big moral boost, I got to say, for Lunenburg there.
Oh, yeah.
That was a high pitch.
Yep. Brian Sheeter up to bat now for the Lunenburg team. Now, Brian Sheeter's no slouch either. He's had a single, an RBI, and a triple for today. So this guy can hit. I think anyone on this Dinnwiddie American team can, frankly.
Well, here we go. Here comes down the pitch. In there, strike number 1.
He's really bringing the heat.
He's finally kind of got into the rhythm, huh?
Yeah.
He walked a few people, now he's got into his rhythm and throwing in there.
Hoover's kind of lighting him up here. Here comes the next pitch.
Outside.
That one's going to be outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Makes it a little bit more difficult when you got someone as fast as Hoover. You got to swing at them if they get close. Yep. Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be outside ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, you know, he's hitting the same exact spots that Witt is on the other side, just not getting those calls.
Important out. He's a kind of a short guy, so a little bit more difficult, but he's got to get this out. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now the count goes 2-2.
He was, I know Tim will probably tell you, but he looked like he was way late on that one.
Oh, yes, he was.
Hoover is almost on the verge of getting out. Could be a disastrous inning for them. Here comes now the pitch.
Oh,
that one's going to be way up there.
That's 3 balls.
Ball 3, and that brings the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I'd say this is a very important pitch for Lunenburg right now.
Yes, huge.
Well, a bad pitch is going to bring 1 in. Base hit can score a lot of people. And if somehow or another they strike out, and that gets them out of with runners on first, second, and third. Here comes down the pitch. Oh, foul back, and the count remained the same. And this is just prolonging the
agony continues one way or another. Yeah, for who we are.
How big it'd be to get out of this inning without no run scored.
No. It would be a big deal.
Big for Lunenburg, yep.
All right, here comes down Hoover. Winds up. He pitches. Strike!
Got him!
What a pitch! And Hoover got out of a disastrous inning. No score. It's 15-9. And as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
That was huge.
Yes, we're going to be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons.